Pittsburgh Steelers fan, meet your new quarterback in Dwayne Haskins. Now, we don't know if Ben Roethlisberger is going to retire this season or not, but Dwayne Haskins is definitely a topic we got to consider. Obviously, he was part of the Washington football team. He was the 15th selection by them in the NFL draft. Um, and there's really not a lot to say. He was then released after being benched in a poor game against Carolina, and obviously the whole mask situation where he was in a club without a mask that didn't help either. So I want to say those factors were really into the reason why the Washington football team released him. But I'll start off with you, Nate. First, what do you think about Dwayne Haskins going to the Pittsburgh Steelers?
First of all, congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know fans aren't really too happy about it, but here's what I'll say, all right? This is his last chance to prove himself. Here's why. You could potentially be Ben Roethlisberger's replacement, his successor, who's going to the Hall of Fame at some point or another, right? You're playing for one of the most prestigious franchises of all time, in any sport. You're playing for one of the most prestigious franchises of all time. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Dwayne Haskins has a lot to prove because he didn't play well in Washington, and obviously his first year wasn't necessarily his fault. They didn't have a good offense, nor did they have a good defense. But the defense stepped up, and he was still having trouble on offense. And he's supposed to be this guy to lead the charge, lead the offense to being great again, and he didn't do that. So with that said, and now he's going to the team that's kind of in the same lingo. They have a great defense, but their offense is questionable here and there. So Dwayne Haskins has a lot to prove. I think this is his last chance, and I really think he needs to focus more on football and what he does outside the field. Obviously, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll learn his lesson. But I'm pretty sure that's something Mike Tomlin and the other coaches are going to get on him about. You got to focus on football. You're going to play for my team, right? No strip clubs, no, none of that. You got to focus on football. You're playing for my team. You're playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? It's an honor to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. No lie. So not only that, but you could, like I said, you could potentially be Big Ben's successor if he retires. But I mean, hey, I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm not gonna say if it's gonna be good or it's gonna be bad because we don't know that yet. There have been many quarterbacks out there or many players in general actually that played for one team in their first years in the league, and they were bad, but they went to another team and they ended up becoming good. So it's a possibility that's what can happen here. He didn't play good in Washington, but he can play good in Pittsburgh. You never know that. You know what I mean. So I mean, I'll give him one last chance. All right, if he doesn't do anything decent for the team, then you already know what it is. He was a bust. But right now, I can't call him a bust because now he's given a second chance to play for one of the most prestigious franchises in all of sports. Not a lot of busts get the opportunity to do that. So with that said, congratulations to Dwayne Haskins and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I hope he lives up to it. I hope he lives up to his hype. To be honest with you.
Yeah, well, first, before I continue on with this, congratulations to him on becoming a Pittsburgh Steeler. He put out a tweet yesterday when he got signed, and his new number is number 3. And the reason why that's so important is because he says 3 in the Bible stands for restoration and eternal life. Let's work. So Dwayne Haskins is the type of guy that I would like to cheer for. Here's a guy, obviously he made a mistake. He learned from it. He tries to improve every single time and it just doesn't click. I hope Dwayne Haskins has a successful career in Pittsburgh. I do. Because Dwayne Haskins, he was a very good quarterback in Ohio State. He was a top 3 candidate for Heisman. So he's a very good quarterback at Ohio State. Obviously, college is different from the NFL. But Dwayne Haskins is the type of guy you want to root for because Dwayne Haskins is that guy that, he gets the chance just don't come to him. He bad luck just comes his way, especially when it comes to the NFL. But honestly, Dwayne Haskins has a lot of learning to do, and I hope that he is able to learn a lot with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I hope he is able to develop and grow as a good quarterback because we don't know how long Ben Roethlisberger is going to be here. I think if Ben Roethlisberger stays another year, I think being behind Ben Roethlisberger really does help you. Ben Roethlisberger is obviously a very intelligent, smart quarterback. He's a veteran of the game. He knows what he's doing. So I think being behind him really could help you become a better quarterback. So then when it's time for Ben Roethlisberger to retire and it's time for you to take the torch, you're able to kind of take the torch and move on from there. So I do like the fact that Dwayne Haskins is on the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what I'm saying? I think patience is a virtue, and I think if as long as he has that patience, as long as he's not like all in a rush to start, I think Dwayne Haskins could become a very big important factor in the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. But this is like you said, I absolutely agree. This is his last chance. You cannot screw it up like you did in Washington, because if you do, that's it. Okay, and he's gonna be known as one of them quarterbacks who just screwed it up. But Dwayne Haskins is a guy I really hope has a lot of success in the NFL, and I hope that success is with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is your opportunity to rewrite your career and to write a whole new chapter. The Washington part is in the past. This is your chance to write a whole new chapter and to become the Dwayne Haskins that you were meant to become. But you can't screw it up. And with that being said, good luck to Dwayne Haskins. I wish him all the best of luck in the world, and I can't wait to see him on the field.